What if the biggest lie you're telling isn't to other people but to yourself? You say you're over them. You tell everyone you've moved on, but if certain memories still control your emotions, there's a good chance you're still emotionally attached and you don't even realize it. In today's video, we're uncovering the hidden signs that prove you're still holding on, and more importantly, how Stoic wisdom can help you finally break free. Make sure you stay until the very end, because the last lesson could completely change the way you see love, loss, and yourself. Most people believe attachment ends when the relationship ends, but that's rarely true. The body can walk away long before the heart does. That's why months or even years after someone leaves, a simple photo, a familiar place, or hearing their name can instantly bring back emotions you thought were gone. Attachment isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides in silence. Sometimes it hides in routines. Sometimes it disguises itself as, "I'm just curious." Stoics understood something most people don't. The chains that bind us are often invisible. They're forged by our own thoughts, not by the people we've lost. Sign 1. You replay the past over and over. Have you ever caught yourself replaying conversations before you fall asleep? Maybe you imagine saying something different. Maybe you picture them apologizing. Maybe you imagine a completely different ending. Your mind becomes trapped in an endless cycle of what if, but every replay strengthens the emotional connection instead of weakening it. Marcus Aurelius warned that we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Past cannot hear your arguments. It cannot answer your questions. It cannot change. Each time you replay it, you sacrifice another moment of your present life. Here's something few people realize. If you truly accepted what happened, you wouldn't need to rehearse it anymore. The mind only repeats what the heart refuses to release. Sign 2. You secretly hope they'll return. You might never admit it out loud, but somewhere deep inside, you still hope they'll send that message. You imagine them realizing your value. You wonder what you'd say if they suddenly came back. Hope feels comforting, but false hope keeps your life on pause while you're waiting for someone else to return. Life quietly keeps moving forward without you. The Stoics believed that peace comes from accepting reality, not wishing reality were different. Longer you wait for yesterday to come back, the longer you delay tomorrow. Sign 3. You compare everyone to them. Every new person reminds you of what they aren't. You compare smiles, laughs, texts, personalities, and even small habits. Without realizing it, you've placed one person on a pedestal. But here's the truth. You're not comparing people to who they really were. You're comparing them to an edited highlight reel. Your mind remembers the beautiful moments while conveniently forgetting the sleepless nights, the disappointments, and the pain. Nostalgia is a talented storyteller. It rarely tells the whole truth. Ask yourself this: are you missing the person, or are you missing the feeling you once had? Sign 4. Their opinion still matters. Imagine achieving something incredible. Promotion, a new business, personal goal. What's the first thought that enters your mind? I wonder if they'll see this. If that's you, their approval is still living rent-free inside your mind. True emotional freedom begins when your success becomes about your own growth, not someone else's attention. Epictetus taught that happiness depends on what is within our control. Achievements lose their purity when they're done to impress someone who chose to leave. Sign 5. You keep checking their life. Maybe it's their Instagram, maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's asking mutual friends. Maybe you tell yourself, "I'm just curious." But curiosity often hides attachment. Every visit to their profile is like picking at a healing wound. You think one more look will finally satisfy you. Instead, it creates another reason to check tomorrow. Imagine trying to walk toward your future while constantly looking behind you. You'll never move confidently. That is exactly what emotional attachment does. Sign 6. You're still angry. Not everyone stays attached through love. Some remain attached through anger. You replay betrayals. You Imagine proving them wrong. You dream of the day they'll regret losing you, but anger still gives them power over your emotions. If someone can ruin your mood without even speaking to you, they're still controlling part of your life. Forgiveness isn't saying what happened was acceptable, it's choosing not to carry the weight forever. The person who benefits most from forgiveness isn't them, it's you. Sign 7. You're trying to become successful for the wrong reason. Success is wonderful, but why are you chasing it? To build a meaningful life? Or to make someone regret leaving? Many people spend years becoming successful just to impress someone who isn't even watching. That's one of attachment's greatest illusions. You don't need someone's recognition to become valuable. You already possess value because of your character, not because of someone else's opinion. The hidden truth about attachment. Here's the secret most people never realize: you aren't always attached to the person. Sometimes you're attached to the future you imagined with them, the vacations, conversations, the family, the dreams that imagined. Future feels so real that letting go feels like losing part of yourself, but it never actually existed. It was a possibility, not a promise. Accepting this truth is painful, but it's also incredibly freeing. How Stoicism sets you free. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control. You cannot control who loves you. You cannot control who leaves. You cannot control the past, but you can control your response. You can choose discipline over obsession, peace over resentment, growth over regret. Every morning, you have an opportunity to become someone stronger than yesterday, not because life became easier, but because your character became stronger. One day, you'll remember this person without feeling pain, not because the memory disappeared, but because you've grown beyond the version of yourself that depended on it. That is true. Freedom, not forgetting, but no longer being controlled. If this video helped you see yourself more clearly, take a moment to like this video. Comment below with the sign that resonated with you the most. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to the channel for more powerful lessons on Stoicism, self-mastery, and emotional strength. Your support helps this community grow and allows us to continue creating videos that inspire millions to become mentally stronger. And remember this final Stoic lesson: life will always take people away from you. It may take relationships, opportunities, and even dreams. But there is one thing life can never take unless you surrender it willingly: your character. Build a mind so disciplined that loss becomes a teacher instead of a prison. Build a heart so wise that it chooses peace over attachment every single day, because in the end, the greatest victory isn't getting someone back, it's getting yourself back.